Mark Silverman joins us to help explain how revenue comes from sports media. He also explains how universities gain revenues from other sources while providing an outlook for the future.
Mark Silverman. I am the president of the Big Ten Network since its inception in 2007. I'm responsible for this creation that the commissioner, Jim Delaney, came up with, where we seek to put a variety of Big Ten events, including the bigger events like football and basketball, but also women's sports and wrestling and hockey and track and field. And we aggregate about 500 live events onto a television network that we have distribution for across all major distribution providers, and we sell advertising, and we have an active app and website where we put a lot of our content, and we seek to represent all the 14 Big Ten schools in a positive way while recognizing the fact that we're a for-profit network that is owned 51% by Fox and 49% by the Big Ten. So we are a company that I report to a board, and we run a business. But along with running a business, we're trying to make sure we're looking out for all the Big Ten schools in a way that makes sense for everybody. Every Big Ten university derives its revenue on campus from signage, from radio rights, from bringing advertisers on campus. Typically, those rights are the schools hire an outside company. I believe Northwestern utilizes Learfield for that service. Learfield services 8 of the Big Ten schools. IMG, I believe, services 5 or 4. And Fox Sports services Michigan State. Those entities are out there, and they're very locally focused. They're locally looking for, whether it's a local car dealership, local restaurants, local manufacturers or stores. Our network, we have 60 million homes across the country, and we look for national advertisers. So at times, we try to see if there's some relationships we could go in together, but more often than not, vastly more often than not, it's sort of, we see the schools work the local and we work the national, and we don't really compete with each other because we have pretty distinct, the schools and their rights holders are selling signage and radio. We're selling cable television and video. We have all the video. So it's kind of a nice little bifurcation of who does what. I would say, maybe half my day roughly is spent on day-to-day operational things, and half my day is spent strategic, longer term. And the longer term could be 6 months from now, and it could be 5 years from now. And they vary, but it's very much focused on, the business has changed tremendously in the 10 years we've been on the air. And we have meetings about this all the time. So we can't be doing what we did in 2007. The industry's changed too much, and we've made a lot of changes to improve our business performance, and we need to keep doing that. So we just can't get too mired in the operational muck of, all right, producing all these events that we produce. We've got to be able to spend time thinking about what do we need to start planting seeds that may be the next technology, the next advancement that comes, whether it's virtual reality. So we're experimenting with virtual reality. We're experimenting with esports. We automated our studio, so now instead of having 15 people produce a show, 3 people can produce a show. So all these kinds of things are the benefit of technology, which isn't stopping. Technology is going to keep developing, keep evolving, and we may not know how it's going to impact us, but we need to be prepared for these different impacts and experiment in different ways so that we could try to take advantage of some of these developments as they come. Of our 130 employees, I would say over half are production people. So for us, which obviously is very different than others, if you've worked on your Student U events, where we have students that work for BTN across every Big Ten school. So if you have experience working on a production, that's more of the skill set we typically look to hire. Or on the technical side, either in our engineering group or in our digital media group, that's where we have a lot more people as well. we have a very small marketing team compared to like brand management, Crafts and Procter and Gamble's and those kind of companies. I think we have a total of maybe 5 people in all of our marketing. So, and finance, we have a small group. Obviously, if you want to work in finance, there's other places that are more likely, that are a lot more openings than we do. So we're very, for younger graduating students, we're much more typically looking at production folks than others.